Another week is coming to the end, and as always, we are going to take a look at the stories that trended most in the course of the week. I am Levi Mutanganshu. Kicking off our review, Rwanda welcomed a report by a team commissioned by the French government to probe the role of France in the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs added that an investigative report commissioned by the government of Rwanda in 2017 will be released in coming weeks, the conclusions of which will enrich those of France's commission. The Duclerc Commission's report, among others, concludes that France bears heavy and overwhelming responsibilities over the 1994 genocide, but makes no mention of any evidence of French complicity. In other news, the Economic Recovery Fund is set to increase from 100 billion Rwandan francs to 350 billion Rwandan francs. According to Prime Minister Edouard Ngirente, of the 100 billion Rwandan francs injected in the Recovery Fund, at least 75 billion Rwandan francs has already been disbursed at very low interest rates to help businesses recover from COVID-19 effects. Now, taking a look at what trended in sports news, the national football team Amavubi defeated Mozambique 1-0, boosting its chance to qualify in the Africa Cup of Nations. Amavubi are second in Group F with 5 points, while Mozambique and Cape Verde are third and fourth with 4 points respectively. Cameroon leads the group with 10 points. Rwanda will face Cameroon in the last game, while Cape Verde will play against Mozambique. Thanks for joining us again. This is the second segment of our news review. We take a look at that one story that trended most in the course of the week, and with the help of an expert or even one of our colleagues here at the New Times, discuss about that given story. Joining me today is Sharon Kantengwa, my colleague here at the New Times Rwanda, and she will be helping us to discuss about the Miss Rwanda competition that was concluded end last week. Thanks for joining us today, Sharon.
Thank you.
Now, Sharon, maybe the first question that one can ask is how different or how unique was this year's Miss Rwanda competition compared to previous ones?
First of all, we had the pandemic this year, which saw hundreds of aspirants registering online, which is something we're not used to before. And then also in terms of the criteria, we saw a reduction in the limitations. For example, the age, the height, the weight. So which also explained the increase in the number of aspirants register for the auditions. And then also during the pageant, we saw an increase in the number of awards, which is the most innovative and the most talent. Girls take home awards as well. Also different from the previous years, we saw the finale being shown on TVs and online, which was different and which allowed a larger audience to follow the whole finale and see who the winner would be. The pandemic also did not allow people to attend physically, which usually helps contestants with morale boosting, but because they're able to watch online and on television, they're able to support their favorite contestants. Yeah,
maybe another question that one can ask is, we saw Grace Ingabire being crowned as Miss Rwanda 2021 to replace Naomi Ishimwe, and the question that one can ask is how or what can one expect from the new Miss Rwanda?
Like her predecessor, it's hard to tell or predict how her reign is going to be like because of the pandemic, which is uncertain. But luckily for her, she's already been practicing her project through the Ichiringo dance project as the manager. And her project, which has been promoting dance as a learning tool to complement formal education. We hope to see her come up with more creative and innovative ways to ensure that so many young people across the country benefit from her dance project.
Thank you very much, Sharon. I think because of time we won't be able to go any further, but we do. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Levi, for having me.
Thank you too for watching this week's news review. We hope to see you next week. As always, I am Levi Mutanganshu.